After a nearly perfect home performance and a 14-1 stretch in their last 15 games, the Concordia Cobbers women's basketball team are in the MEAC championship game tonight against the Gustavus Adolphus Gusties, a team the Cobbers beat by 1 at home and then got squashed against in their road game. Late in the first quarter here, Cobbers and Gusties tied at 8-all. Concordia looking for a shot inside the paint. Greta Tollefson delivers. Cobbers taking that lead right back. But a few minutes later in the first, Cobbers back down 2, rebound, kicking outside, and Carly Sieben, the sharpshooter, nailing the tray. Again, Cobbers retake the lead. Gusties are going to go on a wild run through the second quarter, though. Cobbs down 10, and they need some kind of boost here, and they find Sieben again with the open look. Some great pass in their deficit, down to just 7. But at the end of the first, beginning of the second half, not too hot for the Cobbers. They're down big in the third, looking for life. No openings down low. Concordia getting swarmed by defenders, but look at Maddie Guller with 10 feet of space, it looks like. Her triple landing. Concordia getting a little bit back on the board here. They do, unfortunately for the Cobbers, they fall by 22. Their second loss by over 20, and well, both came on the Gusties court. This sends Gustavus to the Women's Division III National Tournament, and Concordia ends their season with an incredible 22-5 record, 18-4 in the conference. This is the first time since 2004 and 05 season that Concordia finished with 5 or fewer losses in a full season, and their 22-5 record, the best winning percentage for the Cobbers since the turn of the century. North Dakota State softball wrapping up the Plainsman invite today in Auburn, Alabama. And it's deja vu all over again. The Bison shut out the Brown Bears and then get shut out by the Auburn Tigers 2 days in a row here, splitting the overall tournament at 2 games apiece. Bison stay in the Deep South next weekend, going to Memphis, Tennessee in the Blue City Classic. For the Bison baseball, they're out in sunny California in the Tom Gwynn Classic. Game 1 against the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, it didn't go too well. A 12-run loss and the largest margin of defeat against an unranked opponent for NDSU since losing by 13 to Eastern Kentucky back in May 2021. But game 2 right now, into the 6th, 7th inning, it's 8-1. Trying to keep track of that score, still going on right now. MSUM Dragons in the NSIC tournament down in South Dakota this weekend. Quarterfinal action against the hometown Sioux Falls Cougars. 2-2 game in the first couple minutes, but Jacob Beninga is cooking tonight. This 3, the first lead for the Dragons. But a few minutes later, MSUM on a 7-0 run now. Beninga again carving up the Cougar D. He gets the and 1 foul with the bucket here. Later in the first half, though, and look at the score there. MSUM on a 29-7 run. Sioux Falls 3 misses here, trying to save possession, but look at the Beninga again with the steal, showing off them burners. Fast break layup, no good. Goaltending call counts the 2. Dragons scorching here. 4.5 to go in the half. USF finally into double digits here. Beninga faking the inside pass off to Gavin Baumgartner. 3 from the top of the key falls. 40 first half points in this rout. MSUM cruised in their win today, trying to defend their NSIC title run from a year ago. And they only have 2 more games to go back to back. Next up, Bemidji State, who upset the top-seeded Wayne State Wildcats today. Dragons and Beavers face off in the semifinals at 7 o'clock tomorrow. It has finally arrived, the Summit League basketball tournament. Can't wait for this one. We got the whole bracket here, so we're going to break it down for y'all. We got the men and women's, but this is the men's we're going to talk about first. Now, North Dakota's win yesterday, combined with the Denver win, sets them at the 9 seed, facing off against the Pioneers, and they have the privilege here of going up against Oral Roberts. Now, UND and Denver by 23 in their last meeting, so pretty solid there, but outside the Betty, Fighting Hawks lost a tight one in the Rockies by 7. And as I was saying, winner of this game facing off against Oral Roberts, they are the only team in Division I basketball this season, men's basketball that is, with an undefeated season in conference play. But for NDSU, their buzzer beater win yesterday over Western Illinois locked them into the 3 seed, way down in the bottom of the bracket. They'll play South Dakota a week from today at 8:30 p.m. And just like the Fighting Hawks, Bison beat their matchup cleanly at home, but lost on the road in a very tight game. Winner between the Coyotes and Bison will wait to see which of Omaha and Kansas City to face South Dakota State. Best of those 3 to the semifinal game. Now up for the women's side of the bracket, South Dakota State running away with the top seed here with a perfect conference record too. They'll face the winner of St. Thomas and Western Illinois up at the second bracket here, but then up bottom there, South Dakota, Oral Roberts making up that 4-5 game in that half the bracket. But here's the big time stuff. North Dakota State, North Dakota, just in this bottom set of the quarterfinals. NDSU facing the winner of Denver and Kansas City. Bison going to combine 3-1 against those teams this season. The lone loss at Denver by 12. That game at 3 p.m. this coming Saturday. Fighting Hawks, though, they're in the 3-6 game on Sunday against the Omaha Mavericks, a team that UND beat by just 2 points at home, but crushed in Nebraska by 18, and only one win away from each team. We could maybe get an all-North Dakota semifinal next Monday. That game, the first ever postseason meeting between the two schools, of course, if it happens. Still to come tonight.